Do you incessantly pick your nose? And are you kind of embarrassed about that? Would you like to stop? Well, keep watching this video all the way to the end, where I'll show you how you can finally and permanently overcome that problem. Hi, my name is Paul Hunter, a clinical hypnotherapist here at Cork Hypnosis Clinic, where I regularly help people to overcome bad habits such as incessant nose picking. So let me ask you a question. Where did it begin? Most people haven't a clue of the answer to that question, but they just know maybe it happened sometime during childhood or their teenage years. No, of course, I'm not sure how it began for you. Maybe you were a bit nervous about something, or maybe you were in a stressful situation. And at the time, maybe you had a little bit of an itch up there in your nose and you decided to pick your nose. And oddly, it gave you some comfort. So your mind reminded you of this in future when you were in similar situations, and pretty soon that became a habit. Now, when we have other emotional needs, like the need to calm ourselves, we can turn something like nose picking into a compulsive action. For other people looking on, it can seem like a disgusting habit. But the truth is that you're actually getting something out of it. It is actually soothing you. But however much it soothes you, it can lead to cringing embarrassment, especially when you do it compulsively in inappropriate situations. One client told me that he was stuck in traffic on the South Link Road one particular day, and he looked around and found that the guy in the car next to him was staring at him, because for the previous 5 minutes he'd had his fingers stuck up his nose having a good old dig. And in that moment he found that incredibly embarrassing. Another client told me how she was in the middle of a meeting one particular day in her workplace and found herself in mid nose pick right there in the middle of the meeting with people looking at her. So obviously this problem can lead to a lot of embarrassment and a lot of shame. And of course, on a medical level, it can lead to irritations, infections, even nosebleeds. In common with many other bad habits like this, these are just things that you have practiced over and over again and have gotten so good at that now it seems like as if you just can't stop. The good news is that the therapy that I primarily practice, which is hypnotherapy, can help immensely in eliminating bad habits. So let me explain what hypnotherapy will feel like for you. When you come to my office and go into hypnosis, it just feels like as if you're in a pleasant daydream, not fully asleep, but not fully aware either. And in that state, your busy analytical mind just shuts off temporarily and gives us access to your unconscious mind. In that relaxed state, I can probe for the root cause of it. What it is that you're emotionally getting from doing it, what you're trying to achieve by doing it. And then we can rewire that automatic response so that you still get that emotional benefit, but now in a different way. Maybe, for instance, by just taking a deep breath instead of nose picking. And typically, once we install those new suggestions in your mind, the old urge seems to just fade away pretty quickly and effortlessly. So if you're frustrated or annoyed by your nose picking habit and you'd really like to just end it for once and for all, then why not click on the link just below this video on YouTube in the description, and that'll take you to the nose picking page on my website, where you'll find more information, more resources, and ways in which to contact me to schedule an appointment if you wish.